Do you believe you can express love and appreciation to your loved ones without saying a single word? It might sound unbelievable, but sometimes actions truly speak louder than words. If you're looking for unique and meaningful ways to show your value to the important people in your life, then this video is for you. Join me as we uncover the fascinating secrets of nonverbal communication, allowing you to touch the hearts of your loved ones in the deepest and most sincere way. I guarantee you'll find surprising and delightful tips to help you build strong, loving relationships. Keep your eyes glued to the screen and stay until the end of the video so you don't miss any valuable tips. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to get the latest videos on personal development and relationship building. Now, let's embark on this journey to discover the wonders of nonverbal communication together. Number 1. The art of listening. You've probably heard the saying, "In love, intelligent people like to argue, but truly wise people know how to listen." Perhaps one of the hardest things in love is to let go of our ego and listen to our partner's opinions. Everyone wants their views to be right and acknowledged. For many, it's difficult to pause, listen, and understand their loved one's perspective. However, intelligence and understanding are two different aspects of love. Intelligent people can showcase their knowledge, but understanding people recognize the beauty in their partner's soul and know how to listen. Intelligent people often want to change their partner, to have them agree with their opinions. But understanding people know how to reflect on themselves and accept natural differences. Intelligent people can create romantic moments, but understanding people nurture love to achieve a deeper connection. There's also a saying that it takes us 2 years to learn to speak, but a lifetime to learn to be silent and listen. Listening in love is patiently and sincerely hearing your partner's stories and concerns, allowing us to empathize, understand, and learn valuable lessons for ourselves. Listening and empathizing with our loved one helps us recognize and understand them better, gaining precious insights about love. By listening, we can perceive our partner's desires and feelings about the relationship, gaining an objective and comprehensive view, thereby nurturing strengths and overcoming challenges together. Everyone has a need to share their joys and sorrows in love. When we listen to our partner's worries, we share their burdens. And when we need to share, our partner will listen to us. The ability to listen plays a vital role in love. People who know how to listen are patient, understanding, and can put aside their ego to learn and absorb. They gain valuable lessons about love and their partner. Moreover, listening fosters understanding, and when two people in love understand each other, they become more tolerant. This multiplies positive qualities and leads to a healthier and more sustainable relationship. If each of us reduces our ego a little, listens a little more, and understands a little more, love will become more beautiful and easier. Alexander was born into a wealthy and powerful family, the only son of a successful businessman. With his handsome appearance and business acumen, Alexander was the object of desire for many girls in the town. However, despite having all these things, Alexander always felt lonely and lost in his world of material abundance. One day, while strolling through the town square, Alexander met Isabella, a girl from a poor family. Isabella did not possess striking beauty, but she had a pure and gentle soul. She was different from others. She didn't try to attract Alexander's attention with her appearance or flattering words. Instead, she quietly listened whenever Alexander spoke. Gradually, Alexander realized that whenever he was with Isabella, he could comfortably share all his thoughts, worries, and joys. Isabella never judged or interrupted him, but simply listened with sincere care. With her, Alexander felt truly understood, able to be himself. and to demonstrate his true worth. One day, friends and family members asked Alexander why he loved a girl as poor and plain as Isabella when he could have chosen any girl he wanted. Alexander smiled and replied, "Because Isabella has the ability to listen. When I'm with her, I don't need to pretend or try to be someone else. I can be myself and prove who I truly am. That is more important than any appearance or wealth." As time passed, the love between Alexander and Isabella grew stronger, despite the gossip and scrutinizing eyes of those around them. Alexander understood that the true value of a relationship doesn't lie in appearance or wealth, but in mutual understanding and listening. And Isabella, with her kind heart and ability to listen, had shown that true love doesn't need to be ostentatious, but only requires two hearts that resonate and understand each other. The story of Alexander and Isabella became a testament to the power of listening in love, showing that sometimes empathy and understanding are more valuable than anything else in the world. Number 2. Mastering emotions. In love, mastering emotions is not merely about restraining anger or concealing sadness. It is about understanding the nature of emotions, accepting them calmly, and acting with reason rather than being swept away by fleeting feelings. Imagine, during a romantic evening at a restaurant, the server brings the wrong dish. Instead of letting irritation take over, you smile and politely request the correct order. This calm demeanor not only increases your partner's respect for you, but also reflects a profound way of living, accepting and handling situations with inner peace. In the midst of an argument, instead of letting impulsive emotions take the lead, you choose to listen and patiently express your perspective. This composure not only diffuses tension, but also demonstrates maturity and self-control, qualities that your partner will undoubtedly admire and respect. When faced with disappointment, rather than letting it overwhelm you, you choose to see it as a part of life, sharing your feelings openly and seeking empathy. This honesty and calmness will strengthen your relationship, building a bond based on mutual understanding and respect. Mastering emotions, according to Stoic philosophy, is not just about controlling emotions, but about living a life of awareness and reason. It is the key that unlocks the door to happiness, where love grows and flourishes on the foundation of sincerity and trust. Number 3. Stop expecting from your partner. In love, we often have expectations about how our partner should behave, or what they should do to meet our needs. We desire to be loved, respected, and recognized. However, when these expectations are not met, we easily fall into states of disappointment, resentment, and suffering. Stoic philosophy, with its emphasis on controlling what is within our control, offers a different perspective on expectations in love. According to Stoicism, placing too many expectations on your partner is one of the main causes of unhappiness and tension in a relationship. When we expect our partner to behave in a certain way, we are trying to control things that are beyond our control. Each person has their own thoughts, emotions, and motivations, and they have the freedom to choose how to act. Trying to force your partner to conform to your expectations only leads to more fatigue and disappointment. Furthermore, when we expect our partner to meet all our needs, we are placing a burden on their shoulders and creating an unhealthy dependency. In love, both individuals are responsible for taking care of themselves, and we should not demand that the other person do everything to make us happy. Learning to be independent and self-reliant is a crucial step toward achieving happiness and peace within the relationship. Stoic philosophy does not encourage us to become indifferent or detached from our partner. On the contrary, it teaches us to love and care for them sincerely and selflessly. However, This love should not come with excessive expectations. We should love our partner for who they are, not for what they can do for us. Number 4. Reflecting on the past. The Stoic philosopher Seneca famously said, "But life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future." He divided time into 3 parts: the present, which is fleeting, the future, which is uncertain, and the past, which is unchangeable. Most time management advice encourages us to focus on the present and look towards the future. This means we're often concentrating on the transient and the uncertain. Seneca, however, suggests a different approach: to spend time reflecting on our past. By delving into our past experiences, we can gain valuable insights, learn from our mistakes, and understand our personal growth. The past holds the key to our identity and shapes our present and future decisions. It's a treasure trove of wisdom waiting to be unearthed. While we cannot alter the past, we can certainly learn from it and use those lessons to navigate the present and shape a better future. The past, although irreversible, contains one of the most crucial elements for personal growth: lessons. Reflecting on the past is not just about reminiscing, but it's a journey of self-discovery, recognizing our transformations, and understanding the factors that have shaped who we are today. When we view the past from this perspective, reminiscing is no longer about regret or dwelling on the past, but rather a way of living in the present. Instead of comparing ourselves to others, we should focus on comparing ourselves to who we were yesterday. Every experience, every decision in the past has contributed to shaping who we are in the present. Reflecting on the past gives us the space and time to realize how far we've come in life. It allows us to assess our growth, positive changes, and even the mistakes we've made. From there, we can draw valuable lessons, appreciate our achievements, and continue striving for self-improvement. Number 5. Stop comparing yourself to others. Let me tell you a story about a wise man and a young man. Once upon a time, a young man sought out a wise man for guidance. Upon arrival, he found the wise man meditating peacefully. Despite years of practice, the young man felt ashamed, unable to achieve the same tranquility as the wise man. He approached and confessed, "I have practiced diligently, but seeing you in meditation makes me feel small and inferior." The wise man replied, "I will address your concern after I've met with everyone who has come here today. Please wait until then." The wise man waited patiently throughout the day, observing people come and go seeking his counsel. The young man noticed the wise man always listened attentively to their questions with a gentle smile. As night fell and everyone had left, the young man approached the wise man again and asked, "Can you teach me now?" The wise man led him into a room and opened a window, allowing moonlight to flood the space. The moon hung high in the tranquil atmosphere. Pointing to the moon, the wise man asked, "Do you see the moon? It illuminates the entire sky, but tomorrow, when the sun rises, it will be even brighter than the moon, clearly illuminating everything. Sunlight allows us to see every detail, while moonlight cannot. Do you ever think the moon wonders why it isn't as bright as the sun? Is it because the moon is inferior to the sun?" The young man replied, "Of course not. The sun and moon are different, each with its own beauty. We cannot compare them like that." This is the answer to your question. We are two different people, each with our own purpose in life, our own path to make the world a better place. The wise man smiled. We shouldn't compare ourselves to others and feel inferior, because each of us has our own unique path. Everyone follows a different road and leads a completely different life. Walk your own path to become the best version of yourself and make this world a better place. You see, comparison is a natural part of life, but don't let it become a distorted mirror reflecting your worth. You are a unique individual, a flower with a distinct fragrance in the garden of life. Comparing yourself to others, whether to strive or feel inadequate, only measures superficial values and diminishes your own unique beauty. Let comparison be a positive motivator, a small flame igniting the desire for self-improvement. But don't let it burn down your belief in your unique value. Remember, each person has their own qualities, hidden strengths waiting to be discovered. Negative comparisons, whether out of arrogance or self-doubt, are merely manifestations of envy and lack of confidence. Instead of living in the shadow of others, bravely step into the light and shine in your own way. Accepting yourself, cherishing your own values, and constantly striving is the true path to happiness. Life isn't always fair, but it's those imperfections that create a colorful and meaningful tapestry of life. Constantly comparing yourself to others can become an invisible trap, causing you to forget yourself and your important goals in life. You can easily get caught up in the cycle of observing, measuring, and trying to become a perfect version of someone else, forgetting that you have your own journey, your own value to be explored and developed. Instead of chasing distant role models, focus on your own goals and values. Create your own path where you can freely express your identity and shine in your own way. Don't let comparisons overshadow your potential and dreams. Remember, the best version of yourself is what you should strive for and pursue. We often treat others with more kindness and understanding than ourselves. When we compare ourselves to others, we easily fall into the cycle of self-criticism, devaluing our own worth, and forgetting the good qualities we possess. Escape the comparison trap by loving and appreciating yourself more. Look in the mirror and smile at the talents and unique traits that only you have. Don't let negative comparisons dim your light. Remember, there will always be someone smarter, richer, or more successful than you. But that doesn't mean you're inferior or a failure. As long as you recognize your own value and nurture it every day, you will shine in your own way. Don't let comparison steal your joy and strength, because true happiness comes only when you love and appreciate yourself. Number 6. Avoiding arguments. Arguments at times can be catalysts for positive change, but they can also be the fire that burns down precious relationships. Therefore, learning to avoid unnecessary arguments is a delicate art of living that each of us should cultivate. First and foremost, listen and understand the other person before reacting. Sometimes, small misunderstandings can be resolved through sincere and open conversation. Put yourself in the other person's shoes, feel their thoughts and emotions, and from there, find common ground and resolve the issue peacefully. Secondly, choose silence when it is necessary. Silence is not always a sign of weakness, but can be an expression of strength and maturity. When emotions are running high, take a deep breath and give yourself a moment of silence to look at the problem more objectively. Silence at the right time can help you avoid hurtful words and preserve valuable relationships. Finally, focus on the positive and appreciate the good in others. Instead of criticizing and judging, look for common ground and build relationships based on respect and love. When we know how to recognize and appreciate the values of others, unnecessary arguments will gradually disappear, giving way to harmony and love. Remember, life is too short to waste time on pointless arguments. Spend your time and energy on more meaningful things, on relationships that are worth cherishing, and on yourself. Under the scorching sun of Los Angeles, Two close friends, Mark and David, were engaged in a heated argument. Mark, an ambitious young investor, believed that profit was paramount. David, a talented architect, valued sustainability and community values. The dispute stemmed from a luxury complex construction project. Mark wanted to maximize floor area and cut material costs to increase profits. David strongly objected, arguing that it would harm the environment and the lives of the surrounding residents. "You're idealizing everything, David," Mark said sarcastically. "This is business, not a charity game." David didn't back down. "But we can't just think about profit and ignore our responsibility to society, Mark. This project will affect the lives of thousands of people." The argument escalated, with neither friend willing to concede. The words became harsher, the emotional wounds deeper. Finally, Mark slammed his hand on the table and stood up. "I can't work with a stubborn person like you anymore, David. This contract is terminated." David looked at Mark with disappointment. "I don't want to cooperate with someone who only cares about money like you, Mark." The two close friends, who had once shared all their joys and sorrows, now became enemies. The project was stalled, and the relationship was broken. Time passed, and Mark achieved resounding success in business, but he felt empty and lonely. Lavish parties and million-dollar contracts couldn't fill the void in his heart. He missed David, missed their lively conversations about architecture and life. David wasn't doing much better either. He succeeded in designing sustainable, environmentally friendly buildings, but he still felt remorse for the unfinished project and the broken friendship. One day, Mark stumbled upon an article about David's new project. It was a social housing complex for low-income people, beautifully designed and in harmony with nature. Mark was moved, realizing he had been wrong. He decided to meet David. The two old friends sat across from each other in a small cafe. There were no more accusations, only sincere apologies. "I was wrong, David," Mark said with a choked voice. "I was too greedy, only thinking about profit and forgetting other important values." David smiled. "I was also at fault, Mark. I was too rigid, not willing to listen to your opinions." The two friends looked at each other, tears streaming down their faces. They understood that everyone makes mistakes, but the important thing is to recognize and correct them. Mark and David decided to collaborate again. They worked together to complete the complex project, combining profit with community values. The project was a resounding success, benefiting both investors and residents. Mark and David had mended their relationship, becoming close friends once again. They understood that friendship is the most precious thing, irreplaceable by anything else. Number 7. Always stay calm. In today's modern society, filled with constant changes and pressures, maintaining calmness has become a crucial factor for individuals to adapt and thrive. Calmness is not merely about keeping a composed demeanor, controlling actions, and avoiding panic or haste, but also the ability to prevent negative external influences from affecting one's mentality and thoughts. Calm individuals always carefully consider before making decisions, allowing them to gain a thorough understanding of the issue and find the most optimal solution. Calmness also demonstrates tactfulness in communication, helping them to always be in control of the situation and create a positive impression on others. Through conversations, we can perceive a person's style and level of education, and calm individuals are the ones who leave a lasting impression of confidence and competence. Thanks to calmness, people can overcome difficulties, challenges, and achieve success in life. Only with a stable mind can we focus on solving problems effectively and making wise decisions. Therefore, cultivating calmness is not only a necessary attitude towards life, but also the key to success and happiness in modern life. However, achieving calmness is not easy. It requires practice and perseverance in every thought and action. We need to learn to control our emotions, view things objectively, and not let external factors influence us too much. One way to cultivate calmness is through practicing meditation or yoga. These methods help us focus on our breath, listen to our body and mind, thereby reducing stress and enhancing concentration. Additionally, reading books, participating in social activities, and interacting with positive people are also helpful ways to nurture calmness within ourselves. Calmness does not mean being indifferent or apathetic towards everything. On the contrary, calm individuals can still show empathy, care, and share with those around them. However, they know how to control their emotions to avoid getting caught up in negative spirals, allowing them to make wise decisions and take appropriate actions. In life, everyone will encounter difficult situations and challenges that require patience and calmness. But if we know how to maintain our composure and not falter in the face of difficulties, we will find the strength to overcome all obstacles and achieve our goals. Finally, remember that calmness is not a destination, but a journey. Every day we have the opportunity to practice and improve ourselves, to become a better version of ourselves. And calmness is one of the essential factors that help us achieve that. Amidst the towering skyscrapers of Manhattan, Sarah, a young and passionate lawyer, was facing one of the most challenging cases of her career. The case involved a complex contract dispute with millions of dollars and her firm's reputation at stake. The pressure weighed heavily on Sarah, causing her frequent sleepless nights and stress. She spent countless hours poring over documents, searching for evidence, and preparing for court hearings. However, the more she tried, the more Sarah felt stuck and lost. One evening, after a long and stressful workday, Sarah decided to take a walk in the park near her home. She sat down on a bench, closed her eyes, and took a deep breath. In the tranquil atmosphere of the park, Sarah began to reflect on what was happening in her life. She realized that her stress and anxiety weren't helping the case. On the contrary, it was causing her to lose focus and make wrong decisions. Sarah understood that she needed to change her approach to the problem. From that day on, Sarah decided to dedicate time each day to meditation and yoga. She also started reading books on personal development and stress management. Gradually, Sarah felt her mind becoming calmer and clearer. She began to see the case more objectively, without letting emotions cloud her judgment. Sarah identified the key points of the issue and devised new strategies to resolve it. She also learned to communicate more effectively with the involved parties, seeking compromise and cooperation. Thanks to her calmness and patience, Sarah uncovered crucial evidence and presented compelling arguments in court. She successfully defended her firm's interests and won the case. After the trial, Sarah realized that calmness is a vital factor in solving any problem in life. She shared her experience with her colleagues and encouraged them to seek inner peace to face challenges in both their work and personal lives.
Number 8. Don't waste your time on trivial things.
The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "If you want to know how short someone's life is, let them reflect on how much of it they have wasted on trivial matters." This holds true even in today's world, where we often find ourselves immersed in the mundane. We spend countless hours glued to screens, whether for work or leisure, scrolling endlessly and posting countless stories. We get caught up in the virtual world, and the free time we call leisure is, in reality, enriching others. Instead, we should invest our time wisely by creating new experiences. Seneca believed that good memories outlast pain. We waste too much time chasing after a luxurious lifestyle and endless nights out, things that leave us feeling constantly short on time. Don't waste the free time that you've worked so hard to earn. Even if you love your daily work, work in moderation. Those extra hours, once lost, will never be regained. Most of us spend our precious lunch breaks eating hurriedly at our desks. Instead, take advantage of this valuable time to read, write, or rest. If you work in the city, take the opportunity to visit a museum or a bookstore. On weekends or evenings when you have more free time, fill it with meditation, reading, exercise, journaling, or anything that can add value to your life. If you want to rise above mediocrity and start living a meaningful life, then you need to start making the most of your free time. Life is short, and time is the most precious asset we have. Every moment that passes is an opportunity to learn, experience, and grow. Don't let trivial and meaningless things take up your time. Live a meaningful life, leaving your own mark on this world. Remember, time waits for no one. Every day that passes is one less day in our lives. So, cherish every moment. Don't let time slip away in vain. Live a full life so that when we look back, we can be proud of what we have achieved. Spend time with your loved ones, on your passions and hobbies. Explore the world around you, learn new things, and constantly improve yourself. Live a meaningful life, leaving behind good values for future generations. Life is not a race, but a journey. Enjoy every moment, cherish every experience, and live a life worth living. Because time is finite, and we don't know how much time we have left.
Number 9. Enhancing self-worth.
Enhancing self-worth is a continuous journey that requires effort and perseverance from each individual. It is a process of self-improvement in terms of knowledge, skills, attitude towards life, and even spirituality. Firstly, never stop learning and cultivating knowledge. Knowledge is a solid foundation that helps us become more confident in work and life. Reading books, attending courses, seminars, and exploring new fields are effective ways to expand our understanding. Besides, developing skills is also crucial. Soft skills such as communication, teamwork, time management, problem solving are indispensable factors for success in any field. Actively participate in extracurricular activities and projects to practice and enhance these skills. Moreover, a positive attitude towards life also contributes significantly to enhancing self-worth. Always be optimistic, love life, be grateful for what you have, and constantly strive to achieve your goals. Finally, don't forget to take care of your physical and mental health. A healthy body and a clear mind will provide us with enough energy and focus to learn, work, and enjoy life. Enhancing self-worth not only benefits ourselves, but also contributes to creating a better society. When each individual strives to improve themselves, we will together build a civilized, prosperous, and happy community.
Number 10. Learning to forgive.
Learning to forgive is a challenging but incredibly meaningful journey in life. Forgiveness is not simply forgetting the mistakes of others, but also liberating ourselves from negative emotions like resentment, hatred, and pain. When we learn to forgive, we open our hearts to receive peace and happiness. Forgiveness does not mean condoning wrongdoing or allowing others to continue hurting us. It is a choice to let go of the past, accept what has happened, and move towards the future. Forgiveness also does not mean forgetting what happened, but rather learning to accept and live with it. Learning to forgive not only helps us free ourselves from negative emotions, but also improves our relationships with others. When we forgive, we open the door to healing emotional wounds, rebuilding trust, and strengthening bonds. However, forgiveness is not easy. It requires courage, compassion, and a willingness to let go. But once we learn to forgive, we will realize that it is a priceless gift we give to ourselves and to those around us. Learning to forgive is not only a noble act, but also a healing balm for the soul. When we forgive, we free ourselves from the burdens of the past, allowing us to focus on the present and move towards the future. Forgiveness helps us find peace within ourselves, opening the door to new opportunities and better relationships. The process of learning to forgive is not always easy. Sometimes deep wounds can make it difficult to let go and forgive. However, remember that forgiveness is not about pleasing others, but about liberating ourselves. Start by accepting what has happened, no matter how painful or difficult it may be. Look at the situation objectively. Put yourself in the other person's shoes to better understand their motives and circumstances. Don't let negative thoughts and resentment consume your mind. Instead, focus on the positive and strive for a brighter future. Remember, forgiveness is not a destination, but a journey. You may face many difficulties and challenges, but don't give up. Be patient and believe in yourself. When you learn to forgive, you will discover a hidden strength within yourself, a strength that helps you overcome any obstacle and live a more meaningful and happy life.
So, we have explored the subtle ways to demonstrate your value to your partner without needing to use words. True love is not only expressed through promises, but also through small yet meaningful actions and genuine gestures of care from the heart. By listening deeply, understanding emotions, respecting your partner's space and time, and always being there for them in any situation, you send a powerful message of love and appreciation. Love doesn't always need to be conveyed with grand words. Instead, simple actions like a warm hand to hold, an encouraging smile, or just quietly being there when your partner needs you the most can speak volumes. Everyone has their unique way of expressing love, and what matters most is finding those small but significant ways to nurture and deepen your relationship. Cherish every moment you share together, for these are the building blocks of a strong foundation for your love. Never forget that the true value of love lies not in showiness, but in sincerity, and the continuous efforts from both sides. May you always find happiness in the simple acts of love, and may your love remain strong and sweet through time.